Hey guys, it's JR on a beautiful day in Knoxville, Tennessee with another update from the Ishams for the month of June. We just want to say thank you so much to those who have partnered with us and who have sacrificed, got financially, and who have shared life with us and prayed for us and just kind of walked this journey with us this far. We cannot tell you how much we appreciate you. It is truly because of the work of God in you that we're able to be where we know that God has called us to be. And so thank you, thank you, thank you. We can't say it enough. Thank you. We just want to give you some updates, but before we give you some updates, I'm going to need your help a little bit, and that is specifically to Hayes, my wife. You see, she has refused to go on video, leaving me here by my lonesome shooting these. So if you could Facebook her or email her and just haze her and say, hey, we want to see you. We're tired of seeing this ugly guy. I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. God's been doing some awesome things as we've just been getting settled in over the past couple of months. We have a home and the majority of our stuff unpacked except the garage. Surprise, surprise, but for the most part we are settled in. We both have jobs that the Lord has blessed us with. Lindsay is working at a Mother's Day Out program 2 days a week from 8 until 2, and she's teaching a group of students there. And our boys are able to go to school there, and they love it. So it was tough, though, the first day dropping them boys off at school. I joked around on Facebook saying that someone must have put estrogen in my coffee that morning because, man, it was tough seeing my little boys go to school. But anyhow, it was just a great blessing for Lindsay to be able to be there and also for the boys to get some social interaction. So we're so thankful. Right now I'm actually working at the YMCA in downtown Knoxville, and it's there. I'm able to work from 5:15 in the morning until about 9 o'clock in the morning, and it's 3 days a week. So I'm able to do a lot of church work there while I'm there, as well as have spiritual conversations with people from the community. And so it could not be a better job, and then also the perks of a membership, so I can work on some of my guns again, I guess, and just stay healthy. And so we're just so thankful for that job. This season, really, that God's got us in could be summed up really in 3 words. The first is preparation. The second is networking, and the third is rest. And it's just a really different time for us right now. Of course, being where we were at Bethesda, there was so much to do. And now that we've made this transition, we don't know a lot of people, and so we're still meeting people, and just opportunities to minister to people aren't great. Like they were before, and so it's just a slow process, which me being a doer is very, very tough. But as I said, this season in our life can be summed up in preparation, networking, and rest. And so in the preparation, really in Luke 14, there is a story within a story, and this story doesn't have anything to do with the meaning of the actual text, but it's very much where I am kind of in my life. It says in verse 28 of chapter 14, "For which one of you, when he wants to build a tower, does not first sit down and calculate the cost to see if he has enough to complete it? Otherwise, when he has laid a foundation and is not able to finish, all who observe it begin to ridicule him, saying, 'This man began to build and was not able to finish.' Or what king, when he sets out to meet another king in battle, will not first sit down and consider whether he is strong enough with 10,000 men to encounter the one coming against him with 20,000 men?" And that's really kind of gives a sense of where I'm at. Again, it has nothing to do with the meaning of the text. But just really in a season of kind of counting the cost and really preparing. And so as we got here, we went to Orlando for a conference, the largest church planting conference in the nation, and I guess in the world, and was able to get there and learn from a lot of other church planters and really just be stirred up by them for a couple days in Orlando. Then we came back and kind of went through a boot camp with a group called missionary church, and just learned a lot of practical things about why they do what they do. And so just been an incredible opportunity just to learn from some experienced church planners, and they just come alongside you and walk with you. I've been reading a lot as a part of the program. We have to read several books, and so I've just been pouring into some books, and just again just filling my head with a lot of practical knowledge for church planning. And then more than anything, just watching what's happening at One Life. It's an awesome thing. It's such a blessing to be here in what I believe to be the hub or the source. I guess not a source, but the hub of a great movement here in Knoxville, and that I believe will reach the ends of the earth. And so just what a blessing it is to be here and to watch these guys and be able to ask questions and say, okay, what are you doing and why are you doing what you're doing? And so so that has been a great blessing in preparation. And the second thing, as I said, was networking. God, as I said, is starting a movement here in Knoxville, and through an organization called Ignite Church Planners Network. There's a gentleman who is basically travels around and meets with church planners all over the country, and he is actually stationed here in Knoxville, Tennessee. And man, it's been interesting because he has a monthly meeting and invites pastors as far as Johnson City to Chattanooga, several here in Knoxville, and just a lot of pastors that are coming, not even church plants, but just pastors of congregations that are coming in and trying to see what God's doing. And so I've been able to network, meet a lot of other different pastors whom God is working in and really stirring this movement away from programmatic to discipleship, and discipleship centered in all that they do. And so very excited about that. They are also learning about Accelerate, something they call Accelerate, which is this program of making disciples who make disciples, and specifically by obeying themselves, the Lord, and walking with Him as Lord of their life, and then also teaching others to have spiritual conversations as they're doing the same, and just watching God use that to sharpen the body, that the body would truly minister to the body from His Word, and that He would be the head of the church, the one true head of the church. And so just so excited about that. The third thing is rest. And so where I was at Bethesda, as many of you all know, and you're at Bethesda, things were very busy. And again, here I am, kind of moved into a new area. I don't know a lot of people, and really the last thing I am is really busy doing the work of the ministry, which is very awkward, and as I said, very hard for me to do because I'm a doer and I'm always looking for something to do. And but God, in Isaiah 30, just before I left Bethesda, God spoke to me through this passage, and it says this: "Woe to the rebellious children, declares the Lord, who execute a plan, but not mine, and make an alliance, but not of my spirit, in order to add sin to sin, who proceed down to Egypt without consulting me." And so God's got me in a season right now to where He says, "JR, I just want you to sit before me and learn to rest in me, and don't make any plans, don't go forward, don't take a step, but sit and truly listen to me." And hear what I have to say to you. And so Psalm 46:10 says, "Be still and know that I am God." And that's really where God has got me. He just wants me to be still right now for some reason. And I'm struggling. I tell you, I'm fighting against it. And God is saying, "Be still." And He's sending others into my life to just say, "Be still." And just enjoy God for this season in your life. And so it has been quite challenging, I assure you. But that rest really comes in, it's threefold: in my heart, my mind, and my body. And in my heart, as I said, it's just being still before God as He continues to work on me and sanctifies me through His Word, and the Holy Spirit's leading. In seminary, before I went to seminary, and I was all heart. Then I got to seminary and was so busy with activity that you begin to lose the heart for some reason, and you become all head. And then you really have to work on that. And at the end of seminary, I saw that I had shifted to all head, but I had lost the heart element in a lot of respects. And then, of course, went over to Bethesda, and it was just really busy. And so to develop that back has been quite the challenge. And so that's where God has got me back, just sitting before Him, just falling in love with Him all over again. And so grateful for that. My mind, of course, I mentioned the reading, but beyond the reading, actually seeing all of our church, our staff sees counselors. And so there's a counseling center in downtown Knoxville, and our pastor, he just really wants to make sure that his staff is taken well care of. And so he says, look, you can go and see counselors, and I go and see counselors to kind of debrief and download. And so I've had an opportunity just to walk with a Christian brother as he just takes the truth of God and holds it up to my life and challenges me and walks with me, encourages me, different things like that. So I've been able to see this counselor, which is a big part of mind and my mind being healthy. The third thing is my body within rest. And again, at the YMCA, I get a free membership, and so I've been able to work out, something I haven't been able to do in a while, but been able to work out and really physical health, as well as a chiropractor. So we met this chiropractor who, again, is committed to take care of church planners, because his dad was a pastor, and for a phenomenal rate, we can go unlimited, our entire family, to the chiropractor. And so, as many of you know, I had some back issues not too long ago that it really limited me, and so this has been a great blessing. Again, just taking care of my body and finding a time to rest in that. And so we're just so thankful for that. Lindsay is doing well. As I told you, she's got a job. She is loving life, seeing tons of old friends around town, as well as making many other new friends. And of course, she's got her hands full with them boys who seem to be eating everything in sight. Man, they can eat, especially the youngest. He is a wild man, and so I don't know quite what we're going to do with him yet. But anyhow, just a joy. Just a joy. Those boys are truly a blessing from the Lord. As we wrap up here, I just want to give you some prayer requests for us. Specifically, that's just relationships. That God would give us favor with people, and we would be able to just authentically bump up against people and just share life and love them where they're at, and begin to develop relationships where we can minister the gospel to people. And so we'd appreciate it if you prayed for that for us. And then also at the end of this month, we are coming back to North Carolina in order to close on our home in Wake Forest. And so we are so thankful. I told you the story of that in the last video. God sold it in 4 days in a miraculous way when we gave, when we desperately needed to receive, and God showed up, and He's faithful as He says He is. And so it's such a blessing there. And so hopefully you can just pray that everything goes right with that as we travel back. And all the folks at Bethesda, we are going to be there and can't wait to see you at the end of this month. I believe we're coming in the night of the 27th and possibly staying through the weekend. So we hope to catch up with many of you all. I know you'll be busy after a long VBS week, but hopefully we can connect with you and just tell you how much we love you and show you how much we appreciate you while we're there. Just a quick note, final note, God has blessed us tremendously financially, and maybe you're watching this maybe for the first time, and you're saying, okay, who is this guy, what is this family doing? Maybe you can go back and watch the other videos, but we'd encourage you that if you didn't have an opportunity to give before, and maybe the Lord wasn't leading you there, or maybe you weren't even able at that time to give and to partner with us in our ministry, then maybe right now is the time to do it. And so we're not sure what God's doing in your life. We trust Him to provide We're not after your money, but just want to throw it out there just to see what God's doing, because it's going to be a long journey, about 3-year journey, looking toward church planning. And so if you are interested in that, feel free to go to onelifeknox.com/JR. That's onelifeknox.com/JR. And you can just put in a recurring support or a one-time gift, anything, through that website. And so we thank you so much. All of you have already partnered with us, and we look forward to partnering with many more of you in the work that God is doing here. So thank you so much. We love you all. We miss you. We covet your prayers, and we will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.